Bespoke Eat, Drink, Explore Radio. Your lifestyle information. And a very good evening, everyone, as we kick off another edition of off another live edition of Market Fresh here on Crush 92.5. You can also catch the show online at eatdrinkexplore.com or download our free Apple and Android apps to watch on your smartphone or tablet when you're on the go. Market Fresh airs every Thursday evening from 5:30 to 6, and we broadcast the show from the heart of downtown San Luis Obispo, high above Higuera Street, so we can watch and listen as the city's famous farmers market comes to life. Our goal is simple: to get you in touch with what's fresh, what's seasonal, and introduce you to some local producers and culinary experts who can highlight the offerings available at your favorite market, whether it's Thursdays in SLO or any of the other weekly markets from Santa Maria to Paso Robles. All right, this edition of Eat, Drink, Explore Media's Market Fresh, brought to you by California Love, a website designed to put you in touch with locally owned, California-based businesses who consider the state's economic, environmental, and social health as part of their business model. And if you visit calflove.com, CALUV.com today. You can add your business to the listing absolutely free during the site's beta testing period. And once it's there, it's free for the life of your business. Let your potential customers know that you're locally based and are one of the many reasons California has a lot to love. Visit CALUV.com right away. All right, it's time now to tap into the Market Fresh grapevine for the latest news affecting the fresh food and beverages you love. Scientists in the Salinas Valley are working to better identify a bacterial blight that can destroy several of the area's top crops, including broccoli and arugula. The USDA researchers were looking for a way to single out the bacterium to blame, as it was previously indistinguishable from a related strain that causes something known as pepper spots. Well, the scientists are now able to expose the bacterium in question to a virus that kills the blight version, but not the pepper spot one. This information will be useful to farmers who are considering which crops to plant based on which plants are most susceptible to the blight. California vineyards produced more grapes for the 2012 crush than during any other time in the state's history. Preliminary figures show nearly 4.4 million tons of grapes were processed last year, a full percentage point higher than the previous record crush set back in 2005. Red varietals make up more than half of the production, but as a single varietal, Chardonnay topped the list at nearly 17% of all grapes processed, followed by Cabernet Sauvignon. Prices for California grapes also hit a record high. Both raisin and table grape varieties saw steep declines in production. And on the topic of raisins, bakers, listen up. The California Raisin Marketing Board and American Institute of Baking are looking to recognize and reward professional and student bakers for creating original bread products featuring, of course, California raisins. The winning entries will receive a 5-day trip exploring California that includes tours of Yosemite National Park, as well as a visit to the Culinary Institute of America in the Napa Valley. Now, here are the categories for entries: Best Commercial Raisin Bread, Best Artisan Raisin Bread, and Best Breakfast Item. You can enter the contest at calraisins.org and have until July 1st of this year to perfect your recipe. Hey, the World Ag Expo is wrapping up as we speak in Tulare, and this year's event hit its goal of 100,000 attendees, with yesterday being the busiest of the 3 days. Farmers from 50 different countries showed up for the event, with the farthest away coming from Punjab, India. Also in attendance was our very own Chris Arndt. He went to the event earlier in the week, and he provides us, of course, with our Market Fresh weather element forecast. Welcome to the program, Chris.
Day, Randall.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that today's weather for the market might be the warmest we've seen in, well, at least since the first of the year, and maybe for the last couple of months, huh?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It was a beautiful, warm winter day downtown. This afternoon, the high was 75 degrees at 2:20 p.m. Right now, under clear skies, the Mission College Prep weather station on Monterey Street currently says it's 61 degrees with winds out of the north at 1 to 3 miles per hour. At 9 p.m., around the closing bell, the temp should drop a little bit to about 49 degrees.
Hey, Chris, we've only got about 10 seconds left, so I'm going to hit you back on the other side to finish that forecast out. Is that okay?
Sure, you bet.
California business owners, entrepreneurs, farmers, authors, and other professionals, this message
If you like our Market Fresh show, then you will need to join us this Sunday for full
care about the environment and have the health of our
If you like our
as
Market
part of
Fresh
your
show, then you'll want to join us Sunday for a full 2 hours of Eat, Drink, Explore Radio. My trusty co-host, Patty Pyburn, delivers the news. Plus, this week, our live guests include the mother of the Heirloom Seed Savers movement. Find out why she says diversity in our produce is essential. Also, the author of the definitive book on root vegetables will explain how to incorporate some highly unusual ingredients into your favorite recipes. And we head to San Jose for the Adventure Travel Show. And we'll be giving away more than a dozen tickets to lucky listeners, plus true Italian biscotti made here in California. Get the latest food, beverage, and travel news every Sunday morning from 8 to 10, live right here on Crush 92.5 FM in San Luis Obispo County. Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, your lifestyle information source.
The whalebone corset, the pedal-operated submarine, and the two-story outhouse. We've come a long way since then. It's time our light bulbs did the same. Visit EnergySavers.gov and learn about energy saving.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody.
Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help.
Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio network. Here now is your fabulous host, Mr. Randall White.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And sadly, we had a hard commercial break there, and I had to cut off Chris Arndt with tonight's Market Fresh forecast. Chris, we've got clear skies, but the temperatures seem to be dropping rather quickly here.
Yeah, I expect by 9 o'clock it'll be down around 49 to 50 degrees with winds at 8 from the northwest.
Yeah, it's but what a beautiful day we had today, and tomorrow maybe a little bit warmer.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it. Chris, thanks for holding on the line there to wrap up that forecast. People can always get the forecast and more information at weatherelement.com, also at eatdrinkexplore.com on our Market Fresh summary. We always post your forecast right there. Chris Arndt, weatherelement.com. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, it is time to turn things over to our guest, our featured person here for this week, anyway, for the Market Fresh Report. Now, last week we featured Stacy Jordanengo, a bartender at Rosa's Ristorante in Pismo Beach. Her blood orange martini was featured. The recipe can be found at eatdrinkexplore.com, and Stacy is mixing up that cocktail at Rosa's tonight as part of her featured Valentine's Day beverage. So swing by and tell Stacy we say hello. This week, we're featuring a newcomer to the San Luis Obispo food scene, a resource you're absolutely going to want to grab and use, plus it's free. We're talking about the all-new Edible Slow magazine. Tonight, we're speaking with Eric Carlstead, who publishes the magazine with his wife, Carrie Crane. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're happy to have you here. And for people that are unfamiliar with Edible, not just Edible Slow, but all of the Edible magazines,
right.
Tell us a little bit about how it all works and what the community's all about.
Well, Edible Communities, the larger community, was part of... there's about 70 independently owned magazines
throughout the nation. And they're all called Edible, and then Edible Albuquerque, Edible. But the very first one started in Ojai, right?
Yeah, it did. And the women that started it, they have grown it, and it just caught on so well. People were so inclined to learn about their local community and the local food scene and the local drink scene, or wine and beer,
yeah,
and spirits in this case. that it just caught on, and they were able to find people around the country that wanted to be part of it. People were very interested, and they got the idea that they'd help people do that, and
they just hit it at the right time, right?
And that was about a decade ago,
Uh-huh.
and now there's over 70 throughout the nation,
and Slow's the newest.
Yeah, one of the newest is Edible Slow, and the first issue just came out, and the response has been huge.
I bet
We've had, we almost can't keep people stocked enough.
That's
we
good.
keep getting calls for, can we have more magazines?
And it's free. We should mention it's free, so
Yeah.
people can pick it up. I picked up a copy at New Frontiers. How many other places can people find it?
We actually have quite a list of distribution points, and you can find them on our website, edibleslow.com.
And it's throughout the county?
Yeah, it's county-wide and county-focused. We don't. It's not up and down the coastline, north and south of the county. It is just Edible Slow County, so it's very
Right.
focused on what's going on here. And there's places just in town here, Del Monte Cafe and Slow Farmers Market, of course, the Granada Hotel, and then all over Cambria. There's Sweet Confections is a distributor, and Arroyo Grande. And
Do you try to pick places where people are already going there because if they're going there, then they have a love for food and local things?
A like-minded, sort of
Yeah.
approach to their food consumption and what they want to feed themselves and their families. So
Right.
a lot of these, I believe they're all locally owned. I think we've done a pretty good job of sticking with just, it's all local people, local businesses that we want to promote. And that's where we put our magazine, because
Yeah.
we want to feature them, and we want people who live in the area and go to these places and know them to pick up the magazine and kind of get a better idea of what's going on in their own community. But by the same token, these are great places to get food and drink and whatnot. And as people come through town,
Yeah.
tourists and whatnot, we want them to pick up the magazine too.
That's how I
because-
got into edibles, by picking up the ones in Santa Barbara.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, we came across it, is just traveling, as you travel around the country, a great way to get to know what's going on in the area you're at is to pick up an edible magazine. If they have one, you're
Yeah.
set.
Now, your wife, Carrie, was telling me that as a publisher of Edible, you have a lot of autonomy for what goes in the magazine, how it's laid out, all that.
Yeah, it's very much, it's similar to a franchise, but it's almost all the good parts of the franchise. You have that support system. You're part of this. Those 70 publishers are all communicating constantly via email, and they're a resource. And you have people that have been doing this since the beginning, and you have other new people, and there's just this vast amount of information to be gleaned from these folks. They're and
Where do you come up with the story ideas?
we have things we know about, things that our friends bring up, and one of the best sources is just all our writers. All our writers are, they're all based in the community, and they're all in different corners. And, somebody will come up and say, well, they got the great idea about the hops that they're trying to grow in the Edna Valley, which is
your cover story.
Yeah, which is a big feature in our first issue. But then there's also, somebody might know about this great little shop where they're, making chocolates. It's a local producer, and it's a mom and pop, and it'd be a great feature story.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, a feature story, or it's just interesting to kind of bring them out and put them more in the forefront, and hopefully by putting them in the magazine, it helps promote them more, and just kind of educate the local populace about what's going on here.
Yeah, and always in a fresh, local, sustainable sort of way. It appears.
And that's what we're going for. Is it's local. Well, local.
Right? It's a great fit for us here at Market Fresh, and that's why we're happy to team up with you over the next several months.
Yeah.
We'll be featuring articles that will be coming up in the next issue and that sort of thing, and meeting some of the people a little more in depth. Going.
I think that'll be really exciting. Is getting people up here to talk about what they're doing themselves. It's a great venue.
What's the web address?
Our website is edibleslow.com.
So easy. SLO,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
EdibleSLO.com. And people can get copies mailed to them, too. It's not free in that case.
Yeah, you can sign up for a subscription, and we'll be happy to send them to your front door.
Eric Carlstead with Edible Slow, thank you so much. We'll speak with you many times in the future.
I look forward to it.
And thank you for bringing that magazine here. It's really, anyone visiting the farmers market tonight should pick one up. Lots of great ideas. If you like our Market Fresh show, then you'll want to join us Sunday for a full 2 hours of Eat, Drink, Explore radio. My trusty co-host, Patty Pyburn, delivers the news. Plus, this week, our live guests include the mother of the Heirloom Seed Savers movement. Find out why she says diversity in our produce is essential. Also, the author of the definitive book on root vegetables will explain how to incorporate some highly unusual ingredients into your favorite recipes. And we head to San Jose for the Adventure Travel Show. And we'll be giving away more than a dozen tickets to lucky listeners, plus true Italian biscotti made here in California. Get the latest food, beverage, and travel news every Sunday morning from 8 to 10, live right here on Crush 92.5 FM in San Luis Obispo County. Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, your lifestyle information source.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. The difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. Studies prove that reading to a child regularly dramatically improves reading skills. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are 4 times as likely to graduate. So United Way is calling for 1 million volunteers over the next 3 years. We're asking you to step up, make a pledge, tutor a child who needs help, mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Make a difference. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Entire communities improve. The path to success or failure starts long before graduation day. And the difference between a graduate and a dropout could be you. Be a reader, tutor or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge. Go to liveunited.org now. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait, Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to the program, everyone. You're listening to Market Fresh on Crush 92.5. Time for us to check in with our eyes and ears on the street. Market Fresh reporter Nicole Powers, who joins us down on the ground and a little lighter tonight out there, Nicole. We're getting, it's, what would you call it, dusk at the start of Farmers Market finally.
Yes, you're right. Can you see my face?
We can, yes. It's dim, but good.
Good.
Not bright like your personality.
Oh, good. I don't know what I've seen more of, couples tonight or Giants fans.
Oh, right, because we've got 2 big events going on at the market tonight. Let's start with the Giants.
The Giants. On Napomo Street, the Giants Trophy Tour has come to see us. They are featuring their 2010 and 2012 World Champion Trophy, and this is going to be out there from 6 until 8. If you do plan on going, you are allowed to take photos of the trophies while you're in line, but once you get up to the designated area, only the professional photographers can take photos of you there. So just keep that in mind.
Are you allowed to touch the trophy?
I don't know about that. Maybe if they let you close enough.
Right. Yeah. No, that's very cool. And then it doesn't cost to see the trophy, right?
No, it doesn't. But there might be a long line, and they are possibly going to shut it off if there's too many people before 8 o'clock. So definitely get there early if you want to see it.
Right. All right. Now let's talk. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's a lot of entertainment tonight, so we have a lot to talk about.
Yes. Let's go down the entertainment list.
Yeah, on Broad Street, Performance Athletics will be there, and this is a competitive gymnastics gym. They also specialize in cheerleading and in acrobatics. So I think you'll see some little kids out there doing some flips. And then on Garden Street, you probably have heard this being advertised. We have Sweetheart Night. So you can bring your loved one there and drink some sparkling cider and sit amongst the flowers provided by Euphoria Flowers. And also local harpist Midori Seldman will be playing.
Oh, very cool. You mentioned Euphoria Flowers. Flowers would be big at the market tonight, I imagine.
They are, and I actually am going to be talking about flowers a little later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but before we get there, on Toro Street, we have Audio Revolution. That's a DJ. They usually do weddings and special events, but they'll be there tonight. And on Morrow Street, we have the Cristasa Jazz Band. We've heard them, I think, a few weeks ago. They do traditional jazz songs that were popular between 1900 and 1935, and there are 6 members, and they play a whole lot of instruments, so they'll be interesting to check out. The last thing that I wanted to touch on was at the Mission, they have the 1 Billion Rising World Campaign that will be there, and that's a campaign to end domestic violence against women and girls. And it's called 1 Billion Rising because there's currently 1 billion women and girls who have been sexually abused in the world.
That's nice that they're tackling something like that on a venue where they can get a large audience and that sort of thing.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely on a night like this, there's a lot of people out. But going back to the flowers that I mentioned, I had the pleasure of meeting a woman named Ruth. She's just down the block, actually, so maybe you can meet her after the show. But Ruth is the founder of Orchard to You, and she started out in 1979 selling walnuts, which she still does. But she thought she would try selling her daffodils then, too, that she grew on her property. She said the tractors don't go over in that area, so they were preserved, and they were a hit. So she's been selling them for, I believe, 34 years now, and she's been at every Thursday farmers market except for one in all of those 34 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I think she said she was 83, and she's still here every Thursday. She's so sweet.
That's phenomenal. That's great. A day like for the market to actually fall on Valentine's Day. She's only seen that, a handful of times in her years of coming to the market, right?
Yeah, but she just talked about how much she loves coming here and how she has made friends with all the students and families and how people come back years later and are like, "You're still here."
That is
she's
really
definitely
cool.
A friend of the community.
Her name is Ruth from Atascadero.
Her name is Ruth. Yes, Ruth Sobel.
And the flower stand has a name or not?
It's called Orchard to You.
Orchard to You. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since it's winter time, she's selling her daffodils because those are good for the cold weather in Atascadero. But in the summertime, in the springtime, she sells peonies as well, which are very popular.
Yeah, this is the perfect time for that. So, oh my gosh, so much to do. You've got the Sweetheart area, you have all the entertainment, and of course the Giants trophy, which I do have to go down there and see it. I missed it
I know you're a Giants fan.
last time around, right? So, all right, Nicole Powers joining us with the Street Report here on Market Fresh. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Randall.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Crush 92.5 for our Market Fresh Report, which does air every Thursday from 5:30 until 6. You can catch it online at eatdrinkexplore.com for our video simulcast of the program as well. And as always, a big thank you to our audio technician, Anthony Renaro, Nicole Powers, who we just heard from down on the street with her Street Report, and publisher Eric Stad, yes, on the new Edible magazine. His wife was joking about his last name is Stud. So it's free and available now at a retail location near you. Join us on Sunday morning here on Crush for our weekly Sunday Fun Day show, where this weekend we'll be featuring local honey producers and a new company that will connect you with them. Also, the art of cooking in a wood-fired oven, and a new list of the world's best restaurants, dominated, of course, with California locations. I'm your host, Randall White, reminding you, opening bell at tonight's market in just minutes, so it's time to head into downtown San Luis Obispo and sink your teeth into something.
You've been listening to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio program. If you missed any of our segments today, look for them online or through our free Apple and Android apps. Catch you back right here next week.